What is going on? Welcome to another episode of the True American Show. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. As always, got the Pit Vipers on. And, you know, it has been a bit of a weekend, I'll tell you that much. We had a lot going on and did some work, but here we are. And I'm here to talk to you today about treating everybody with dignity and respect. So, as most of you know, I am on TikTok. I highly suggest anybody check it out on there. You can find me. It's a True American Dad on there. But what I wanted to talk to you all about is treating everybody with dignity and respect. Apparently, that's not a thing anymore. It's just a taboo idea. So, what I am seeing a ton of over the last probably 3 weeks, since everything's kind of taken off on there, is that there are people who are perfectly comfortable with insulting other people based solely on either looks or beliefs. Now, I'm going to go ahead and toss this out right now and say no. This is not going to be a thing. People can have different beliefs. That's what makes this country unique, is that the multitude of different belief systems and different cultures all working together and creating something that is just absolutely amazing. That is what this being a true American stands for, is respecting that, learning about them, wanting to learn about them, wanting to know if there's something that a community needs that you can do something for. You can do something to help out. That is what this whole entire movement that I'm attempting to do here, this community that I'm trying to build of true Americans. Now, I received a comment just recently, actually, of true Americans were the natives or indigenous people. And I agree. But they were built into nations. That was their social construct, was nations. And I have the utmost respect and know that we have not done enough to undo even a itty bitty morsel of what we've done. I understand that. I want to be very clear when I make the following statement that I am not talking about forgetting the past. Never. Never. We must never forget the past so that we do not repeat it in the future. What I am going to say is we must learn from the past, but there's nothing we can do to change the past. We can only change what the future of this country will hold. And so many people across the board want to either say, well, it was in the past, so why are you guys still bringing it up? We're bringing it up so that it's not forgotten. We're bringing it up so that we don't head down that road again. I don't know why that doesn't click with people, but it's the truth. We are, as a society, moving forward. We are progressing. We are evolving as a society. And with that comes new challenges, new concepts, new ideas. That's what pushes it forward, people. I don't want to be stuck in the same old shit. And I know you don't either. I know we want to move forward. We want to make it so that everyone has that voice that counts. I'm going to ask you this. If there was 4 things that you could change right now about the way this society is working, what would they be? Leave them down in the comments. 4 things. Those four things are going to those are the four most important things that you see wrong here. And my biggest thing is don't involve like, well, I really wish Trump would have done that. No. Moving forward, what are the four things moving forward that you would like to see change in this country? Be it we would like to see more mental health workers in the police field, or we would like to see Congress be on the ground level and talking with us, not just every 4 years to get our vote. That's what I'm talking about. What four things would you want to change moving forward to help progress this into something that is better for you or maybe those around you? And that's the other. Oh man, I absolutely, it blows my mind to hear the individualism when it comes down to it, because the true Americans, we should be looking out for one another. We should be making sure that all together we are moving along. Like obviously we're taking different paths and we're going different routes, but we're all moving forward. And in order to do that, you got to lend a helping hand to people. And I see a lot of people in comments and everything, well, my ancestors didn't own slaves. Well, that's great. A lot of ancestors did. Well, I'm not racist. Well, that's cool. But I don't understand why you should be congratulated for that. So you treat everybody with respect and dignity because you're coming on to this thing stating, oh, well, not all white people are racist. If someone is experiencing racism, someone is experiencing racism. And you do not have, you have the right to, but you don't have the right, you don't have the protections of what follows, the consequences of your words, to tell somebody how they are supposed to feel. And right now, there's a lot of people that need to shut up. There are a metric ton of people that need to be quiet and listen. Listen and hear the troubles, the trauma, the outright just disrespect across the board. It doesn't matter who some of these people interact with. They're still being treated as if they're second-class citizens, when no, not a single person in this country, minus pedophiles and anybody who hurts women, children, or animals, are second-class citizens in this country. And we will not stand for it anymore. That is what I am just talking about. Looking out and making the conscious decision that, hey, maybe this policy or, maybe this idea doesn't directly affect me, but it's going to be better for them, so screw it. Why not? Why not help the person next to me? And everyone is next to you. And I'm not looking for socialism. I'm looking for people to just have a fucking heart and realize there are people in this country that are hurting. There are people in this country that are struggling. There are people in this country that are so late to the game that there's not a chance for them to catch up without some assistance. And they aren't late to the game on their own accord. People, it is not a difficult concept to go, you know what? You need some help. Let me help you. Hey, do you need someone to talk to? Let's talk. What's going on? How can I help? I understand that the media machine, the mainstream media machine that's driving a lot of very big wedges between us because it's profitable, it has a lot to do with this, but I see it on a regular basis. I comb through social media stuff to kind of get a read, a temperature of how things are going. And how things are going right now is we have groups of people that are so dug in on being all about self and not willing to reach out and help. Some of the things that are being suggested don't even affect these people. And they still, well, they don't need that. What is wrong with you? If you truly believe that there are communities within this American society that don't need help, you are blind. Or you're just plain stupid. Because there are. And for those of us like myself who have begun to ask questions, it is an almost instant response. It is an almost instant, yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much for that. Breaks my heart that they're not asked this. They haven't been asked this. That goes to show that there is a lot of work to do, and I understand that. Now, when I talk about making this flag represent everybody, I thoroughly mean it. Every American should look at this flag and be able to go, I'm an American. And I love my country, and my country loves me back. Until we get to that point, we're not done working. And I'm going to say this right now. This is the first time I truly believe in American society where we have a majority of people wanting to make that happen. We don't have a nice clean split down the middle. Majority of people, unless they are brainwashed, and we're going to get to that in a minute, want to help, want to figure out where do we go? And in order to do that, some people have to be quiet and listen to the actual problems at hand and not tell somebody, well, this is how you feel and this is how things are going for you. No, you need to listen to them and let them tell their story. That's it. That's it. Now, for those of you out there that are watching this that are so insanely brainwashed, it's concerning. Really, it is. The whole Donald Trump is your president. Donald Trump 2020, Trump 2020, MAGA. Listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth. He is your president, which means he should represent America. Well, folks, has he? Leave that in the comments too. Has he? If there are so many people that when presented with opposing views on Donald Trump have to go to such great lengths to defend him, it's mind-blowing. But, and I'm going to say this right now, the same goes for Biden. If we have to go through so much trouble to make excuses, to try to explain behaviors to people, that's where it's done. That means that if you have to make an excuse for someone's behavior, or someone's actions, or someone's past, it's a problem. We need to really take a look at how we are going to move forward with our politicians in place. And maybe a slight overhaul needs to happen with how they need to be interacting with the people that they represent. If they're representing you, they should know exactly what's going on, but they don't. But if you are so hell-bent on supporting a single politician that you lose sight of the fact that they're supposed to be representing America, that's not Donald Trump represents me, Okay, well, that's just you. And you're following a person. If you were wanting to align yourself with the Republican Party, then say that you're a Republican, but don't this cult following of this man is disturbing. Okay? He is a man, he is a president, and right now he's acting like a child. Take the L, walk away. Why are we still fighting this? Take the L and walk away. If there was election fraud, okay, guess what? Noted, we're going to be doing better job next time. But right now, what you're doing is literally driving such a massive wedge within the American people that it is honestly disturbing and is indicative of what you have done over the last 4 years. Now, I understand he's put some policies in place, and there's been some stuff that I agree with that he's done. There's been a lot of stuff that I don't agree with, but I don't cultishly follow the man. He's a man, he's a president, but he's a human. He's not some god. So we need to really look at how the future of America is going to be formed with what we choose to do within the next, I'm going to say 3 elections. Because we need to start looking out for one another and not having these cults pop up all over the place or anything else. We need to take a look at making sure that when we're talking about America, we're talking about every American citizen. We're not talking about a specific section of American citizens. We're not talking about, unless we are discussing how to fix a problem within that community. But when we talk about a government that represents us, that's exactly what it needs to do. It doesn't need to be representing lobbyists or who's got the most cash. It needs to be representing the needs of the people so that we can actually start making sure that everyone is taken care of. You guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I will be dropping another video probably later this week. But until then, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, please. Stay healthy, mask up, and look out for one another. Show America what they've been missing and be a true American. Till next time, guys.